man. So can we briefly touch on this runner on second base?
So so admittedly, the Yankees didn't have an extra inning game all season until the Mets series this past weekend, and we had two this past weekend, and the Yankees won both of them. So I want to just preface it with that I got to experience two extra inning games in a short span, and they both ended up in walk-offs for my team.
I believe you said that you enjoyed that you didn't hate the rule before this happened with the Yankees. So to your credit, this didn't become a.
I think it was before. I think it was after the Yankees.
Try to throw you a bone there. You sent it right back. Go ahead, man. I
So
tried
to. I don't. But in all honesty, and I'm trying to think. I'm trying to be objective here. Even if the Yankees had lost, I would have been pissed off. But, I don't know, man. It's just I felt like there was more strategy involved. Like the every pitch meant a little bit more because there's a guy in second base. There was more anxiety. You know, that's kind of what you're looking for in sports. You want to feel that rush, that adrenaline, that my team is close to blowing this shit and close to winning this. Like you're right in the middle. You're right on the cusp. And I think it was Chad Green who had blown the save the day before came in. And I think he struck out the side, but I think they had a runner on first too. They ended up having a runner on first and second. And I just felt like, oh my God, one pitch could fucking ruin this for the Yankees. And he got out of it. And it was, I don't know, man. It felt like a postseason game to me in that moment, just because that runner in second base just added that extra element. And not only that, both games ended with it. It didn't go more than one inning, I don't think. So it's in the sense that it didn't turn into a 17, 18 inning affair. That was nice to see. And then the fact that the game for me became that much more entertaining because of it. I don't hate it. Now, when we're back to normal, when Papa Trump comes up with the vaccine, and I'm calling him Papa Trump now because I don't want him to kill me whenever he becomes a fascist dictator who takes over our country. Just kidding. Just kidding though. Forget the politics. When we get a vaccine and everything,
you can't.
and everything goes back to normal. I don't know if I'm gonna. What I would do is after like the 12th inning, and I think we've talked about this before. After the 12th inning, then you put a runner on second base.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. You know, to be honest with you, like there is that element of it being like there's that environment that it's like right there, like the game could be over right there when the extra inning game starts. And I could almost get on board with that happening in the 12th inning, right? Something like that. In order to avoid those 17 inning, 18 inning games that I don't care if you're the biggest baseball fan of, like nobody wants to watch baseball for 6 hours straight. So
no,
just save it. Nobody wants to watch a baseball game for that long.
There's nothing worse than when you go to sleep. This has happened to me before. Go to sleep like at the 9th inning. Oh, free baseball, ladies and gentlemen. And you wake up like 2 hours later and they're still playing. You're like, God damn, like seriously?
Yeah. Nobody wants to watch a 9-inning game that goes 4 hours because of all like the batters fixing their batting gloves and the pitching changes and stuff. So I do like the rule where, and someone's alarm is going off over here, but I like the rule where the bullpen arm comes in and has to pitch to a minimum of 3 batters. I like that rule. Even if it starts in the 12th inning, though, my problem is that it's so hard to come by to get a guy on second base. Like that is not an easy thing to do. Just to give a team that, regardless if both teams have the same opportunity, to me, it's just so hard. Like it's almost like the compromise should be start a guy at first base. Okay. But then again, like that could work to the advantage of a ground ball pitcher and you got a double play, whatever. The best thing would be to just do away with the rule entirely, but to put a guy on second base with no outs, man, like.
But the thing, the fair aspect about it, the reason why I don't mind it is because it's not like in football. Like I get my team to the 30-yard lines, score a field goal, and I win in overtime.
Well, they changed that rule, but yeah.
Yeah, but still, football's overtime rules are fucking stupid.
Okay. Fair.
Just my opinion. I think it's if you score a touchdown, game over, right?
If
But
you
a
score a
field goal,
touchdown,
dumb. Who decided that?
But that was even up until like 5 years ago. It was that if you kick a field goal, my timetable could be way off. I don't care, guys. Once you pass a certain age, everything is like a 5 years ago type of thing.
Right.
But
it's all the same.
It wasn't until recently that it was still the rule that a field goal would win you the game, which is ridiculous. Right. Like nobody wants to lose a game like that. But yeah, go ahead.
But with baseball, what I'm trying to say is the Tampa Bay Rays, was it the Rays? No, the Mets. I'm looking at Rice and Sand over here, Randy Arrozarena, Tampa Bay Rays. What I'm trying to say is that the Rays got the opportunity, and then the Yankees had an opportunity to retort. So had the Rays scored a run, the Yankees would have had a chance to come back and win. Like, both teams are going to have the opportunity to have a runner on second base and to score some runs. So I feel like I'm okay with it, because if you didn't do what needed to be done within the first 9 innings to win a game, or the first 7 innings, depending on, whether it's a doubleheader or not, then all bets are off in overtime, in extra innings, as long as both teams have the same opportunities. And I feel like both teams have the same opportunities. The Yankees scored and they won, and that's it. So I'm okay with it. Honestly, I'm okay. I'm gonna go even further, Luis, and you're gonna hate this. Are you ready?
Don't do it.
How about things are back to normal? Papa Trump gets the vaccine for all of us. We're all healthy. We're good to go. We can cough on each other and everything again. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for some random guy to cough on me again. What am I saying here? And baseball says, all right.
The vaccine is not going to cure anything, guys, because there's going to be a large majority of the population that will not take the vaccine, well, at least within the first year. So
that's why Papa Trump
is going to force us to take it. All right.
Here's what I would do. 10th inning, run a runner on first. You do that for 3 innings. If you haven't scored anything, 12th inning number 12 here, put a runner on first and second. What's that? 15th inning? Still tie game? Still over here? All right, let's put a runner first, second, and third.
Nah, man.
Let's load the bases,
bro.
Man.
Stop. It's just not. It doesn't feel right to just give a team a runner on base. Think about it, man.
Both teams have the same opportunities.
We praise guys. I know both teams have the same opportunities, but so what? Who knows what team is better? If there's a team that's better at hitting than the other team, they will always have the advantage anyway. So what's the point? Like,
I don't know, man.
What I'm saying is this: we praise guys that get on base less than half the times, and we're just gonna give them a guy at second. Just here,
just to speed the game up a little bit.
Here's a ball too, man. Here, let's start the count 1-0 as well. Put the count in your favor. Why not? Fuck it. Oh, hey, we're gonna bring the outfield in for you guys too. Fuck it.
Okay, so half of what I said there, I was joking. I don't want to do. I know. I don't run
but I know you're joking.
But I do. I didn't mind it. And again, my team won, so I'm biased right now. I need to feel it when I lose and see how I feel when I lose, because that's kind of how I base things on. But if it felt like, I don't know, I liked it. Like I stayed and watched the game. Yes, it was a 7-inning game because it was a doubleheader. So the extra innings they started the runner on second in the 8th inning, but I liked it, man.
I like
what do you want me to do?
I like the home run derby idea better than that, just because
I feel like people would have a harder time accepting that than the runner on second base.
Well, yeah, because it's completely out of left field. Like, it's a new thing that's never been done before. Even with the runner starting on second, that's still part of like the regular baseball game. But it's like you're putting a guy in scoring position. You're not. It doesn't feel right, man.
All right, how about man? How about this? How about like remove a fielder? If extra innings, center fielder has to get out of the game.
Nah, man. Just keep the game exactly the same. If the home team is winning by the end of the 9 innings or 10th inning, if the home field team is winning at the end of the last inning, they win it. Period, man. All right. Stop trying to change the game of baseball, man. You would, man, if you had your way.
No, see, but the thing is that I understand. Like, I get that these things are changing the sport, and the sport eventually is not going to look the way it looked like 100 years ago, but that's okay because the world has changed. The world is moving a lot faster. People don't want, like you said, people don't want to sit there and watch a baseball game for 3.5 hours. You and I will, because we're sick, obsessed fans. We have issues, like deep issues.
Yeah,
but some kids coming up now, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? I started watching this game at 1:00. It's 8 p.m. They're in the 19th inning here. Like, can this game be over now? Like, we're losing those people. We have to come around already.
I think things need to be done to speed up the game, but to insert a scoring opportunity when it wasn't there before. I mean, that's like having an overtime game in the NFL, and then you get to pick one wide receiver that gets to run 2 seconds before the ball is snapped or something. Like, it's too much. You went too far. You put a guy in scoring position that wasn't there before, and it's hard to get a guy there in the first place, especially when you're facing a team with a good bullpen. You know, you're just giving away games at that point. To me, I know teams have the same opportunity, but I wouldn't like a overtime game in basketball where you're allowed to stand under the basket for 10 seconds now because it's an overtime game or something. You know, like it's too much, man. It's too much. Don't do it. If it was up to you, there wouldn't be home and away jerseys. Everyone would play in the same structured field. There wouldn't be any customization to like a team's style.
I like that about baseball.
Sure, man. Sure.
I just think we have to kind of just let go a little bit and just
man. Not with that. Not with that.
Embrace the changes. So you think that if baseball institutes this rule, do you think that you would ever come around to this rule? Do you think like 10 years from now, you're going to be like, fuck, man, they changed the goddamn rule. Now I don't watch baseball anymore.
I can tell you for sure, without a doubt in my mind, that if this becomes the norm, I will never look at it as like a good thing. It would always be a thing to me. It's like, yeah, this is what baseball is. You hit the ball, you get on base, you drive in the run. You're just putting a guy at second. I think
you need to experience it first. I'm telling you,
I've experienced it.
It felt good. It felt nice.
I watched a bunch of games where it's happened already, and it's whatever. If it becomes the norm, I'm not going to become any less of a baseball fan, but I will always make the argument that it just doesn't fit. Like, you're just putting a guy in scoring position for nothing just because the game went ahead of its schedule. Like,
I don't know. All I'm saying is maybe I like a little adrenaline, but it felt good to me. It felt really good.
Equate what putting a runner in scoring position in baseball. Equate that to any other sport and tell me if it makes sense. Like in football, to me, like the first thing that comes to mind is that the wide receiver gets to run down the field a second before the ball is snapped. Or maybe the ball gets snapped once the wide receiver is 10 yards down the field. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Or that they get to remove a player off the team to advantage to the offense, you know? It's already an advantage to the offense. They already have juiced baseballs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They've already shrunk the strike zone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, man? Pitchers can't use pine tars, but the batters could use pine tar.
All right. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe, all right, then put a runner on first then, not on second.
That would be a compromise, but even then, it's just getting on base. Like, we praise guys that get on base.
Starting that bat with a 3-0 count. Starting that bat with a 3-0 count.
1-1 count.
Speed up the game.
I'm more on board with starting the count 1-1 in extra inning games than putting a guy on second in extra inning games. And I'm not for either.
But why 1-1?
Because it speeds up the at bat. It incentivizes the batter to swing.
All right, whatever, man. What the fuck?
I don't know.
All right. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Do you?
Nah.
How are things, man? How's life? How's
good?
How are the kids?
You know, swimming in my testicles.
Okay, that's nice.
TMI.
Don't put your laptop there. You know, keep the babies alive.
That's a problem. I actually do have that problem when I'm laying down and I have my laptop. It's like the heat vent is hovering right over that area. So.
You got to protect those babies. The Gomez family lacks a boy, an heir to the name. So we gotta.
Hey man, whatever is swimming around in here has survived. Think about this. We're the product of everything that's happened on this earth for the last 4 billion years. So I think these guys will make it, man.
All right. Am I keeping this in, by the way?
Yeah, sure, if you want. I don't
All
care.
right. So that's it. Follow me at MannyGo3. Follow Luis at HoboMojo on Twitter. Follow the show at WT The Show. And check out our website, WTTSpod.com. I've been revamping, and we're getting a lot of hits on there. So check it out. And that's it. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.